So Bungie just shadow dropped a brand new exotic and exotic mission on us. This is going to be the Derealize exotic mission, which gets you the Barrow Dyad exotic SMG that was teased in a stream a couple weeks ago. Now, I'm going to go through all the steps. If I get anything wrong or need to make any additions or corrections, please check the pinned comment down below because I will be updating that with all new information. Before we get into this, I just launched 2 brand new advanced flavors, blue raspberry lemonade and mango lemonade. Everything I would be making from these is going straight to charity, so please consider picking some up, getting yourself an awesome, tasty drink product, as well as helping those in need. Let's get into this guide. This is probably the most tedious and annoying part of this entire quest, and it's the start. But there's going to be a random blight within the nether that when you get close to it, it will suck you into another dimension. And then you'll have to do a little puzzle in order to start the quest. What I recommend, honestly, is just reloading until you get the Hall of Souls. This is the starting area of King's Fall or the Court of Oryx. There is a very well-documented known location for the blight here in this spot, and it's just RNG whether or not you get it to spawn. What we did, I had a fire team of 3 people. We all continuously just loaded into the private version of Free Roam Nether until we got the Hall of Souls as a starting point. Then we went directly to the area where the blight spawns, which is where you spawn for the King's Fall raid. The blight will be up on this pillar and there will be a series of invisible platforms leading up to it. I think that is going to be by far the easiest way for you to access this quest, but in reality, I'm sure every run of the nether has one of these blights somewhere within it that you can find. But if you just want to start it as quickly as possible, I think this is the best way to do it. You'll be transported into like the Oryx shadow bubble thing. In front of you will be a plate on the ground and a rune on the wall. Stand on the plate and then walk in the direction that it points, and it will teleport you through the wall, and then you can collect this ossified fragment to start the exotic quest. When you have this, make your way back to Eris Morn's apartment, where you will talk to Sloane, where she will tell you to go investigate what is happening on the moon in Sorrow's Harbor. And for this, you're actually going to go to the K1 Revelation Lost Sector. About halfway through this Lost Sector, you will see a taken blight above a bubble. Shoot it, and it will be another one of these plates on the ground and the rune on the wall. This is the core mechanic that you're going to be using throughout this quest. And once again, you step onto the plate, you wait for the symbol to spawn, and then you move off of the plate in the direction that it is pointing. You see me shoot it a couple times. You don't have to do that. You just follow the direction that I just said, and when you do it correctly, it will teleport you back into an earlier part of the Lost Sector. There will be taken enemies and taken blights everywhere. Make your way to the end of the Lost Sector by killing everything. There will be an ogre boss called the Keeper of Power, and when you kill it, you will be able to pick up a second ossified fragment. The quest will now ask you to go somewhere on the Forgotten Shore within the Cosmodrome location. Once again, go to Patrol, go into the Veilless Labyrinth Lost Sector within this area, and it's essentially a big maze of hive tunnels. Hug the right, as I do in the gameplay, until you come across a blue-colored room on your left. In this room, you will see another taken bubble and a blight on top of it. Break it, and you will play the little mini game again, where you step on the plate, you step off in the direction that it points, you do it again, it'll like teleport you to a second plate, you do the same thing, it'll teleport you to a third one, you do the same thing, it'll teleport you to the end of the Lost Sector, where you will have to fight your way through the Lost Sector backwards, through taken environments and stuff, until once again you find another Keeper of Power enemy. This time it is a taken phalanx, and when you kill it, it will drop another ossified fragment. Go back to Sloane and she'll give you like 28 different quests, and I'm going to break them down one by one, but essentially they require you to go to 3 different locations, use a unique taken artifact to do some sort of mini game, and then destroy it. And when you do this in all 3 locations, you are able to go on to the next actual step of this quest. Now we're going to start off by going to the EDZ in the sludge. Within this patrol area, there is a lost sector called the Hollowed Grove, and just inside it, you will find the taken artifact that you can pick up. Notice there's a timer on your screen. When this counts down to 0, you will die. And the only way to add time to this is to kill the enemies that are spawning. So you need to quickly make your way all the way through the Lost Sector with this artifact, quickly killing like the thrall and stuff that spawn. At the very end, there will be a boss. When you kill it, Your timer will go away. There will be a puddle towards the exit of the lost sector that you can go and dunk your relic in. The other two activities are just like this. This one is probably the only one where the time is this strict. The next one is going to be within the Nightmare Hunt Pride on the moon. This is the one where you fight Skullloss within his ship. Make your way to the very end. In the boss fight, you will see this relic once again. You can use it to kill enemies to extend your time. Once this entire section ends, the taken bubble will despawn. You'll be able to dunk this artifact. That's the second one. The third one will be on the Altars of Sorrow on the moon. I actually wasn't able to get footage of this one because someone ran up and completed it when we were at the moon the first time. So I'm not really exactly sure what you do here. Look for the taken artifact. I imagine kill more enemies and then dunk it whenever you are done. At this point, all of your quests will be updated to say somewhere in the nether, something carries the taken osseous fragment you seek, find, and defeat it. What you now have to do is go into a run to the nether, and in each of the 4 main areas, there will be a thrall statue. The ones that you use all throughout the game, in Crota's End, in King's Fall, during the Witch Queen campaign. They are absolutely everywhere. They're kind of hidden in different corners in the different areas. So I found 3 of them because you only need to find 3 of them. The one I did not find was in the mausoleum, but according to chat, who's watching me edit this, it is down where the tentacle boss fight pit is. When you drop down, it's off to your left somewhere. That's all I got. For the 3 I did find, I can walk you through them here right now. The one in the trenchway is going to be right next to that area that we talked about where there's the 2 subjugators, the one strand one and the one stasis one. Right off to the left, there is an incredibly dark corner where the first statue is tucked away. All you have to do is walk up to the statue, activate it. It will spawn a yellow bar enemy, kill it, and then the osseous fragment will spawn on that original statue. Now we'll move on to the fount area. This is kind of the prison cell. If you are facing where the boss spawns, behind you to the left and up is where this statue is hidden. It's actually pretty easy to see. Once again, interact with it, kill the enemy, pick up the fragment that spawns. And the third one is going to be within the Hall of Souls. This is found exactly where I showed in the gameplay, towards the initial spawn area here. And it's just kind of out in the open. So just look where I am in relation to the Court of Oryx. Once you find all 3 of these fragments, you are now able to open the Derealize exotic mission within the last city node on your director. It's on the bottom left. This is a very unique quest. I don't want to really spoil anything at all, so I'm not going to, except for one specific puzzle that I know people are going to have difficulty with. At some point during the quest, kind of early on, you will once again be transported to the blue Oryx bubble. And when you stand on the plate, there will be 4 symbols that appear in front of you. This requires you to input the symbols in the same order that they appear over that circle. So the circle on the wall, when you step on the plate, a symbol will appear. If it is the leftmost symbol that you need, so in this case, it's the hamburger symbol, then you look down at the plate and you move in the direction that it is pointing. So the hamburger spawns for me here. I move off the plate in the direction that it's pointing and I get teleported to the next area. If the symbol that appears is not the symbol that you need, wait until that timer in the top left counts down to 0 and it will automatically teleport you to the next area. So for instance, it spawns pizza. I don't need that. I wait, it takes me to the next area. And when I step on that plate, it is the A. So I then step off the plate in the direction that it is pointing. It teleports me to the next area, and then so on and so forth. Do this until you correctly get all 4 symbols in a row, and then you can continue the mission. Have fun. I don't want to spoil anything. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with your friends and subscribe. We're on the road to 10 trillion subscribers. I appreciate you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you very soon. See ya.